everybody. Today, other curiosities and so on. Today is the 5th of June 2023. And today I want to introduce you a song of mine that has never been published. This song, however, is not so brand new, even if it has never been published. It's not brand new because I wrote this song down. I make you see then the date in the copybook, because all you followers know me pretty well, so you know that when I have an inspiration and I decide to write down a song, a poem, something inspired, I don't sit down before the screen of the computer that it's cold and doesn't give me any inspirations. I always have in my bag, when I'm not at home, some papers, a copybook, lapis, pens. So if I have suddenly an inspiration, I must write that song, those sentences down. No time to lose, because an inspiration can happen in just 1 second, and I need to have always in my bag a pen, a lapis, and at least a piece of paper to write a song, a poem down the paper or the copyright. So, why this song today? Because many of you wrote me that you are very interested not only in my paranormal investigations, in my short films, in other mysterious videos, and so on. You have been very hit by my poetic art. You wrote me amazing compliments about the songs I introduced you until now. So you are right, because I don't always write poems, songs. By now I wrote 3,000 songs, so I'm very proud, because my inspiration has never run dry, but also because I write novels. I'm a complete writer, because I don't always write down songs, poems, but I also write very, very long horror, thriller, gothic, dark gothic, romantic, and also macabre. And I think that you would like very much this song that I'm going to read you the lyrics and tell you some curiosities in brief. This song, the title of this song is Dark, sorry, is Poison Dark Green Rose. And I never published this song of mine, but it's completely brand new for everybody because I never publish it. I never make it read to anybody in the world except my mother, my closest friends. Nobody knows what Poison Dark Green Rose is about. I can tell you that you can appreciate very much the lyrics of this song because it's just a song that represents very well my dark, gothic, romantic personality and way of writing. And it's like when I published the lyrics that you can find on my YouTube channel, My Paranormal and Mystery TV, The City of Halloween. I post it both in Italian and in English, and so it's just my style, like Fatal Spindle that is having a great success. Thank you so much, my followers, friends, people who every now and then are interested at least a bit on about my art, my way of writing, playing, and so on. So I want to tell you that first of all, as I hinted you before, I wrote down a very long horror, gothic, thriller, of course, dark, gothic, romantic, and it's a very long novel, but people who are very expert in editions, who are also writers too, told me that why didn't you still publish that masterpiece of novel? I tell you the reason why. I don't want to burn a novel. I spent about 3 years to write down that novel, because even if it's a horror, thriller, dark, gothic, romantic, it's also scientific, because I made some researches. And so I'm looking for a serious editor interested in publishing my novel, not only in Italy, because even if I'm very surprised, thank you so much, my friends, followers, and people who show interest in Gothic culture, and so music, novels, books, and so on. Outside of Italy, especially in northern Europe, in northern countries of Europe, but also in other places, but above all in Nordic European countries, or countries like Germany, Austria, France, the Gothic genre of novel can be a bestseller. So I'm looking for a serious editor who can guarantee me, who can tell me that he is or she is ready to publish my novel not only in Italy but also at least in all the Europe, because this novel, even if it's dark, gothic, horror, thriller and so on, is settled in the United States. And I want to be more specific, in California. Yes, the country of the sun. Yes, even in the country of the sun, there can be a very terrifying horror, thriller, gothic story in the woods. Even a heavenly beach like the beaches of Malibu, Venice Beach, can be settings for a gothic thriller, horror, macabre, with an intricate plot that will leave you stunned but also satisfied, because my mind is like a labyrinth. And I can tell you that some expert people tell me that this novel in the future could become a movie for the cinema, a great movie for the cinema, and because of its very long, also a TV series. So I don't want to lose any other time, but if there is an editor interested in my novel, you won't be disappointed. My diabolical mind, when it's about movies, novels, because I'm also a director, screenwriter of my short movies. But in the future I could always be the director or the screenwriter of huge movies. My famous friends, because they are expert in this section, are sure about this. And I'm sure too, because I have what it's called the X factor. And now I don't want to lose time anymore, and I want to introduce you my song, never published, completely brand new for you, but this song I wrote it down in 2007. Yes, you've understood very well. And I'll make you see this song. You know that when I decide to write down a song, sometimes I think in English language, and other times in Italian language. Above all in English, but also in Italian. The title immediately was in English: Poison Dark Green Rose. So I can say that I wrote the same song at the same time. I don't know how to explain you this, but I make you see that I'm not lying. So this is the when I wrote down the lyrics in Italian. The title was first in English, then in Italian. I make you see. Poison, dark, green, rose. Written in the 19th of August 2007. Even if you can see it's in Italian, I wrote written and not scritta, as we say in Italian. And this is immediately the version in English, that in this time the inspiration was first of all in English and then in Italian. Poison, dark, green, rose. Poison, dark, green, rose. Written on August the 19th in 2007. So, it's brand new for you and for everybody except my mother and few close friends. So, now it's time to change location and go to the dark Gothic night garden in which I will read you the lyrics, of course with a particular atmosphere in a secret garden in another location not so far from here. Let's go. As I entered the dangerous garden of your love, I noticed a dark green rose. As I lost myself in the labyrinth of your heart, behind a thorny bush, I saw a dark green rose. In the moment I glimpsed your face, I saw love. In the moment in which I met your eyes, I saw my end. Your lips remind me the day in which I died. But at the sight of the dark green rose foretells me that there's so much to die for again. Every time I met you, there was always a dark green rose. I thought that it was a vision, a sign of my destiny. But now that you're gone, I don't glimpse it anymore. Not even in a fleeting shadow of a dream. A moment was enough to know you. A death's lifetime won't be enough to forget you. You were the poison in a dark green rose. But now, without that poison, I die. Lost in the dark garden of temptation, I see a dark green rose. In the foggy and mortal air, I smell a strange perfume, and I glimpse your eyes. Lost in the garden of death, I fall on the thorns of a dark green rose that prick my heart, and I realize that it's a poison dark green rose. And I cry like the roses. Cry, and I cry like the roses. Weep their petals. And I die like a forgotten flowers, the forgotten flowers withering in the woods of death. You are a poison heart in my chest. And now that poison is killing me, I prefer to die than to wander in the night garden in which you left me, depriving me of your love, hurting me to death. I feel my heart pierced through by 1,000 swords, but as I fall into the ground, as I fall into the ground, I prick myself on the thorns of the poison dark green rose. Venom flows quickly into my veins. A strange fever is taking over my body. The torpor is spreading in my limbs, trembles, shake my body, become hot. I glimpse your eyes. I glimpse your eyes in the half light. Your love is a poison, dark green rose. Lost in the dark garden, lost in the dark garden of temptation, I see a dark green rose. In the foggy immortal air, I smell a strange perfume, and I glimpse your eyes. Lost in the garden of death, I fall on the thorns of a dark green rose that prick my heart. I am on the thorns of a poison, dark green rose. And you enter into the night garden, and you get close to me with eyes, paradiser eyes in flames. Are you the angel of love or the angel of death? You pick the poison dark green rose. And you make it sleep among my finger. Too late, I understand that you are love and death. With a kiss, you kill me.